What is A06:2021 Vulnerable and Outdated Components? Definition: Vulnerable and outdated components refer to software libraries, frameworks, and other modules that contain known vulnerabilities or have not been updated to the latest, secure versions. Using such components can introduce significant security risks, as attackers may exploit these vulnerabilities to compromise the application. Example: an example is using an outdated version of a JavaScript library with known vulnerabilities. Attackers can exploit these vulnerabilities to execute arbitrary code or access sensitive information. Causes: lack of updates, failing to regularly update software components to their latest versions. Unaware of vulnerabilities, not being aware of known vulnerabilities in used components. Complex dependency management, difficulty in managing and updating dependencies in large, complex projects. Lack of security monitoring, not monitoring security advisories and alerts for used components. Impact: data breach, exploitation of vulnerabilities can lead to unauthorized access to sensitive data. System compromise, attackers can gain control over the system or execute arbitrary code. Service disruption, vulnerabilities can be exploited to disrupt services, causing downtime and loss of availability. Reputational damage, security incidents caused by outdated components can lead to loss of trust and damage to an organization's reputation. Detection: automated scanning, use automated tools to scan for outdated components and known vulnerabilities. Software composition analysis, SCA, implement SCA tools to analyze and monitor the dependencies in your project. Vulnerability databases, regularly check vulnerability databases like the National Vulnerability Database, NVD, for updates on components used. Prevention: regular updates and patching. Keep all software components, libraries, and frameworks up to date with the latest security patches. Establish a routine for checking and applying updates promptly. Automated dependency management. Use dependency management tools like Maven, Gradle, NPM, or Yarn to manage and automate the updating of dependencies. Implement continuous integration, CI, pipelines that include checks for outdated or vulnerable components. Monitor for vulnerabilities. Subscribe to security advisories and alerts relevant to the components you use. Use services like GitHub Dependabot or OWASP Dependency Check to automatically monitor for vulnerabilities in dependencies. Software composition analysis, SCA. Integrate SCA tools into your development process to identify and address vulnerabilities in third-party components. Regularly review SCA reports to ensure all components are secure and up to date. Minimize dependencies. Use only necessary libraries and frameworks to reduce the attack surface. Avoid using components that are not actively maintained or supported. By following these best practices, organizations can significantly reduce the risk associated with vulnerable and outdated components, ensuring that their systems remain secure and resilient against potential attacks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on all our social platforms.